That's absolutely fascinating, and we're it's really great to have both of you, your projects here today with us, and discuss your solutions, because they are actually touching upon real lives. You see the utility that you guys built directly to retail, and to the brands that are operating in the space, but somebody who also is speaking to a lot of Hedera projects, and knows a lot of the interesting use cases that are being built on Hedera, and is hosting one of the best Twitter spaces for the community, and has been doing so for years. Thanks for joining us. Hello, Future Buzz. I saw your hand up at some point, so I just wanted to see how you're doing. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you. Fascinating discussion, and really interested in both Sayl, who I know, and it's nice to meet you, David, to hear about your project.
Thank you very much.
I did have a question for both of you, I suppose. Beno, you could start. In this space, I find that one of the things that we're challenged by is educating the people that we want to work with. And I wonder how you leverage like the term web 2.5 and get your like you mentioned L'Oreal and those that are not, maybe are a little bit scared of the word web 3. What kind of challenges do you have in an educational sense with your customers that you're trying to provide services for?
Yeah, thank you, Elizabeth. That's a great question. Education is probably the biggest part of the job, but that's okay, because we've been innovating since we created the company, and being recognized as an educational partner is something that we really value. So it's part of our way of working, of our company DNA. But here, indeed, we see that we have not only to provide a solution, but also to provide the education to make those companies realize the new open field they can play in. And that's really challenging, because Web3 is so disruptive that it creates new possibilities for those businesses that they are not even aware of. And yeah, I was working this morning on Web3 loyalty, and we were discussing with a big US pizza chain, and they are stopping their loyalty program because it generates too much cost, and it's discount driven. So traditional, you go 10 times, then you get a discount. But actually, they realize that their customers, their loyalty customers, they spend less than normal customers, than non-loyalty customers, which is totally absurd. So they're stopping the loyalty program, and we are explaining them that Web3 loyalty opens new possibilities to turn these loyalty activities from a cost perspective into a revenue perspective, and that's something that like their mind is not ready for. So these are things that are really, really important, and this term of Web 2.5 is really, really important, because that's what I've been preaching for months to a lot of parties, that you don't need to go all in Web3 and try to be the next Nike, which in 99% of the cases will turn out not to realize. And the current market situation does not allow to. So you can just make very easy and simple steps into this field. And if you don't know what you're going to do with that, that's fine. You can just distribute cool NFTs to your clients. It doesn't cost anything. The only risk that you take is that people, they find that cool to collect things from you. And you are planting the seeds for future use cases when your customer audience is more mature, you are onboarding your audience into this new type of mechanism, and that's where it can start. And for the moment, it can simply stop there. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to have a full tokenomics ready to start distributing NFTs to your client just to reward them. That's perfectly fine. And that's really where we are at the moment. And that's where we really put a very strong emphasis.
And how about you, David? What kind of challenges do you find in explaining to customers?
What do you mean? Web3? Blockchain, crypto? That's easy, no?
For everybody.
What's a MetaMask? No. So in our world, to be honest with you, it's pretty frictionful, right? Getting people onboarding into Web3 space is not an easy task, and that's why you guys are discussing today. In our platform, we try to do everything we can to just not even make folks aware that we're using blockchain in the back end. Um, buy flights, hotels, and car rentals as you do today. Abstract as much as possible the Web3 experience from the Web3, Web2 user to your everyday web user, right? We do that as much as possible to give them the experience that they're used to. Pay with your credit card, pay with crypto. If you have it, if you're playing with crypto, you're used to that, that wallet experience, that transferring crypto back and forth and how to get it into the systems. So once, if you knew that, you know how to pay with crypto. For the folks that don't, I mean, just pay with your credit card as you know how to use today, and just book your flight, hotel, or car rental. Remember, we're a platform that provides folks, um, other folks, to spin up a platform to resell flights, hotels, and car rentals, or purchase them at wholesale rates. So we abstract as much as possible from the end user, from the other business person that's buying with us. Think of it as Web2 as you could be. You wouldn't even know. We're just providing a lot of the stuff on the back end through settlements for the industry to collect their payments faster. We're doing stuff in terms of a Xeni coin drop and a Xeni DAO that'll be used for our ecosystem, for governance token, and maybe get some benefits in the Xeni travel ecosystem in terms of, like, flights or hotels or giveaways that we might have in the future. So again, but we're extracting a lot of that from the end users today.
Thank you, David. Very nicely said. I think one of the things that's super important is having alternative forms of payments. I mean, even a year ago when I bought my first NFT, I bought it with PayPal. So having an onboarding people with a familiar payment solution is really important.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tudor.
Hey, thanks for the question, and great answers, guys. I think Master Ogwe has you have the following question.
Definitely, no. That's a great question. Definitely one of the most important aspects that come into play when we're talking mass adoption. So great to hear. Yes, I have a question for David. Are there any best practices you're implementing by learning from similar projects that are building on other chains?
It's a great question. I think those best practices are in general found online and Discords, and talking to the community folks from Hedera and how to implement stuff. Fortunately, we got some superstars in the team that are very well versed in blockchain, um, in our head of blockchain development. But just out there and talk to the community, talk to other founders, and talk to other projects, and see how they're going about doing things. And you find that, in this world of the blockchain space, people are more willing to help than to hide the company's secret sauce. So it's really great. And this Twitter space is a great example, right? Bringing people from the industry together to help each other out and learn from each other, right? If I tell you that, that the travel space is ripe for disruption, and we're there to try to take advantage of that. We're not the only players in the space, but um, we're certainly bringing a different angle to helping everybody either make money or save money or get their money faster, right? For the industry, we're going to help them get paid faster. From the business, we're going to bring more folks into the travel industry. And for the companies that want to save money, here's a company perk: save money for your employees on corporate travel, and then save money as a company perk for having access to our system with wholesale rates, right? So it's a lot of ways we're helping people get paid faster. We're helping people save money at the same time. And it's just a win-win for everybody in our ecosystem. And the folks in the ecosystem, whether it be Hedera or blockchains in general, you find that it's a lot of love out there, a lot of help. Are people willing to help? It's great because it's such a small community. If you think it's huge, it's really not. There's a lot of same faces out there. So definitely don't be afraid to reach out for ways to do things and who to engage. You know, whether it be just the business aspect. There's a lot of legal stuff that you got to go through, like and the the industry that you're looking to conquer. There might be a lot of legal stuff involved there as well. You know, if you're looking to drop a coin, what's the legality of that? There's a lot of legal stuff that needs to happen as well, and people usually able to just help and point you in the right direction.
Totally agree with you there, David. And I guess this offers a good opportunity for us to segue into another question that is centered close to what you just mentioned. So, because you did talk about money, about making up money for your customers, and you also mentioned about a token, a DAO token, governance token, utility token. So I wanted to ask both of you, what do you think that the Web 2.5 space could offer as a unique value proposition to the real yield philosophy? And for everybody who's listening, when it comes to real yield, it's really been the conversation of this year, because projects don't want to rely that much on a term called the Ponzinomics, which would be the aggressive inflation of a token and rewarding it to the users, rather looking at a platform's yield inside their own coin terms, and then distributing some of this yield to token holders, people who stake the coin, governance, etc. So, question for both of you. Anybody can start.
David, you want to start? I'll let you go.
Sure. We have not launched our token yet. If you go to Xeni.com, you'll see the Xeni coin and the Xeni DAO. We're talking to a bunch of legal right now for either December, most likely Q1. We're talking to some of the big providers out there on when to launch our drop our coin and our DAO. Again, we're talking a lot of legal. There's differences between out there between an equity token and a governance token. That's very important to know, especially in the United States. Do you want your token to represent shares of your company, or will it just be a token with voting rights to really just help govern your DAO, right? So what is the token used for? What's the utility of that token? And we talked about the Ponzinomics, right? Like 99% of the coins out there that were dropped. Yeah, absolutely. Where are they now? Like from even 6 months, a year ago, probably at nothing, right? Sub penny a lot of these things, right? So the utility is really important. The legality of these tokens, does it represent shares of the company or not? It really depends on like the country you're in as well, right? You're gonna have like laws governing these tokens, where you drop in and the legalities of these tokens, right? If it represents real value, what is that utility? If it's not cash value, what is the value you use in your ecosystem, and how you use these tokens in your ecosystem, and what's the value of that? Fortunately, we're doing it with a real business, right? In travel. Um, and so we don't have to reinvent the wheel here. We're just reinventing how things are being transferred and connected to and paid. So that's exciting for us. We will have a DeFi platform as part of this this Xeni coin that we're launching, that you'll be able to stake and earn interest on. Uh, when I talk about that, that's when I start to lose people. That's not in the crypto space, right? What the heck is a staking DeFi protocol? What's all this nonsense we're talking about now, right? So it's another way for us to generate revenue, and help the community, and hopefully these tokens will be worth a lot more, in the ecosystem. But yeah, that's where we talk about extracting these terminologies that folks not in the ecosystem, that you don't have to educate, but when you get into the tokenomics of how many shares, how many coins do you want to drop, and when is it dropping, and who are the holders, and how much you're going to hold back for the company, for marketing, for all this. All this has to be thought through, and you need some maybe some good partners, some legal partners, some folks in the industry, and talk to them about their tokenomics and how they want to distribute their coins. So yeah, no, it's a great point there. You want to be as legit as possible, and the more folks that help you look at it, and the bigger names you have in it, or the real utility you have in it, is going to help it not being just a house of cards where you launch on day one, and then it's going to just keep going down after you launch, right? Nobody wants that. So we're here for the long term.
Definitely. Thank you for that, David. Yeah, definitely don't want it to just be heading downhill. Bernard, how about yourself?
Yeah, actually, David depicted quite the same situation as we are living. We have a token in our roadmap, and yeah, we've been delaying it for the same reasons. We are very cautious with the launch, and our token is a true utility token that will serve as a reward and will be spent in our ecosystem. Based in Europe, these has other implications, legal implications with the MiCA regulation coming up. So these are things that are planned for January, February 2023. But yeah, at the moment, we really see that businesses' interest and concerns are quite divergent from what Web3 is all about. And yeah, the full decentralization, religion, and all those things, yeah, they are very far from the true reality of businesses who want to leverage this ecosystem to get better connections with their audience. So that's why Web 2.5 is that intermediate step that is fully necessary before we go to these very very advanced concepts.
That's fascinating, and I definitely agree with both of you. We all need to tread carefully and think about utility and building sustainably as we go forward. I think we've touched on a lot of interesting stuff, and we generally hold the spaces somewhere between 1 hour to 1 hour and a half. We still have a few questions if to ask the panelists. But if anybody wants to join in and has a question for either Sayl or Xeni, please feel free to do so. Jump in and ask your question. There's been some exciting alpha that's been dropped. I'm not sure if you guys, everybody noticed it, but I heard something about Q1 for both projects, and about Xeni coin, Sayl coin, and a lot about real yields. Make sure you keep up with the latest from the two projects.
Got the hype man in the house.
Well, thanks again. I do have a 1 o'clock call that on mine, 1 o'clock Eastern time that I do have to drop in 5 minutes. But no,
Yeah.
absolutely, I could always be reached on Twitter here. I'm the NFT farmer, or David at Xeni.com for any other follow up questions. Again, if you guys want to save your business money, reach out to me. Or if you want to start your own side hustle, make some money on the side, and resell. Everybody has their side hustle nowadays. It's such a hot thing, right? In the space. So, well, welcome to have that. And you know what? As a gift to you guys here on the Twitter space, anybody that uh, is on the spaces right now or listens to the space, reach out to me. I'll give you 1 month free, uh, free for on our platform. That's a $99 savings to help experience the Xeni ecosystem and help you guys make some money. Okay.
I think that's some amazing news there, David. Uh, Exciting for everybody who managed to jump in and stay this long into the spaces. Thanks so much for the alpha joining us here today. Is there anything else that you might want to leave us with, David? Maybe some exciting stuff in your roadmap?
Yeah, I think let's go. Let's effing go. Let's go. Let's get it done, right? Like so, the roadmap and stuff. Outside of the stuff I talked about right now, maybe we're I don't want to say today, but we actively have a lot of tech going on that we're onboarding and growing the space. So that's all I'm going to say for now. Follow me on Twitter, or Instagram, or follow the. We have an updated Instagram for Xeni as well. Xeni Travel is called Xeni Travel. But I'm the NFT farmer here, and look forward to connecting with you guys in the future. And thank you again for hosting this and having me as a guest on your program today. And I look forward to speaking with you guys in the future.
Appreciate you, David. Thanks for the alpha, for the opportunity of making the community more aware of your product, about the free trial. And I hear you loud and clear. The bear market has been used for building, and as soon as the tide turns, we will be hearing a lot more from you.
Sounds good. I'm also the
Definitely.
founder of the blockchain NFT crypto network here in New York City. So we have in real life events once or twice a month. They're usually free events with sponsored food or drink or NFT giveaways and stuff like that. So if you're in the New York City area and want to join our community for live panel discussions, or you just chat with fellow founders or blockchain enthusiasts or Web3 folks or investors and such, we usually have it on meetup.com. Again, follow me. I usually post all that stuff on my socials. Okay?
That's awesome. Thank you so much, David, for joining us. And
All right. Take care,
everybody,
guys.
go check out Xeni Travel socials. Show them some love.
Sounds good, guys. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Benoit, the scope is now on you. We have everybody locked in, and maybe we can resume conversations around Sayl by asking you more about the engage to earn model and how it works.
Yeah, the engage to earn model is like many X to earn models, play to earn, move to earn. It's rewarding users for their engagement, and engaging with a brand, with a business in any form will be rewarded in the platform. Today we have already several mechanics, and those mechanics will be coupled with token or NFT rewards. For example, in Sayl, brands or business, they can set up challenges, and challenges can be different things like placing an order, purchasing for a certain amount, giving feedback, subscribing to a newsletter, providing an in-store purchase proof by sending a receipt, many more. And these challenges can reward the user with tokens when we launch. So these tokens are sourced by the business, or with unlockable NFTs. So basically, tokens can be used in our also upcoming marketplace to purchase utility packed NFTs or vouchers from partner stores. So we have a full ecosystem wherein the business can really incentivize and reward customer engagement in a peer-to-peer model without intermediary, and set up true relationships and reward fidelity and loyalty.
Could you tell us a bit more about the way that you have these tokens built? Will they all be HTS based, and furthermore, will they live only on Sayl, or will they be able to take a life of their own out in the DeFi wilderness?
Yeah, so the tokens will be fully built on HTS. We might bridge some of them through side chains for liquidity and integration in indexes. But yeah, that's the whole plan. Everything will be on Hedera. So everything is native integrated in Hedera. Then the NFTs are also on Hedera, and yeah, we have no other plans than going all in with Hedera. We are part of the family.
That's what you like to hear, isn't it, Turo?
100%.
No, it's fantastic. Very excited.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to launching this token. In the meanwhile, we've been doing a lot of things that are not token related, but really building up the platform based on customer feedback and onboarding clients. So this has delayed a bit the token launch, but all what we are building now is the foundation on which the token will get stronger.
That's great. Derived from the conversation, we spoke about some of the way that retail will perceive your application and the way that they perceive crypto, the way that companies look at crypto or at the blockchain technology, how they feel about custody. But we didn't discuss about investments. Do you think, Benoit, that there is a growing appetite from traditional investors to look into the crypto space? And moreover, do you think that there is an added interest from these more traditional investors to look into projects such as yours that is this Web 2.5 flavor rather than just having the traditional crypto VCs?
Yeah, that's a very good question. And yes, definitely. And I think, I don't know the figures by heart, but I think that the figures are speaking for themselves. The recent surveys are showing that investments in the Web3 space are still growing, despite the bear market. So yeah, we are still keeping up a good pace, let's say. And yes, traditional investors are really eyeing this space. And indeed, there are projects that are too far fetched for them, like really advanced finance projects. These are things that they are not familiar with. But yeah, I mean, in the space we are in, we are not just a complementary offer to traditional loyalty. We are basically offering a new opportunity to businesses, and that's the strong part of it, and that's what is resonating with VCs, because traditional loyalty is can be seen as a cost, as a true cost, and we turn that into a source of revenue. And let me give you a simple example. We have a client who is going to use our platform to fund the opening of a new restaurant in a city. And that might sound very blunt as a use case. Okay, I'm going to sell NFTs to finance part or the whole budget for opening a new location, a new outlet in a new city that I don't know. But at the end of the day, what they are doing is that first they are creating these NFTs and they sell them to a local community in that city. By doing so, they first test the market appetite in this region, in this location. If it turns out to sell correctly, then they get the money to pre-finance the opening of their restaurant. So it's no cost out of pocket. And then by offering the investors a reward through our platform, like for example vouchers, like if you invest, you get for a certain amount of vouchers that you can use in our restaurant, in the new restaurant. Then they make sure that they already have a customer base, because the investors, they will spend their tokens, they will spend their vouchers in the new restaurant, so they immediately lock in a customer base. And by having those people having invested in this new restaurant and by giving them vouchers, they also make sure that these people become not only clients but also ambassadors, because they can transfer the vouchers to friends, which can use also the vouchers to discover this new restaurant. So it's like a triple win for them, you know?
That's fascinating.
I think that's amazing. So at least I've never heard of that kind of use case. It's just crazy how many things you guys have come up with. That's really exciting.
Yeah, there are a lot of use cases that are really, really groundbreaking. And yeah, when you tell such stories to franchise owners or outlets, yeah, it immediately resonates.
Oh man, I can't wait to help open a Greek place around here. We're lacking. But no, I actually wanted to ask you, what are some recent achievements coming from the Sayl HQ? We knew you guys have been hella busy over the bear market.
Yes, we've been very busy, and as said, we spent too little time flexing every single feature that we create. That's a choice because we have a limited team, but that's also our DNA. We deliver and we are really focused. So recently, we have created something that is pretty unique, which is the NFT messaging. And this NFT messaging is a new feature that leverages the HCS, so the consensus service, to create a secure and trusted way to associate messages to NFTs from any chain. So basically, we put Hedera central in the whole Web3 space, and any NFT can receive messages in a decentralized manner. I will not go too much into detail, but you can really think of it like the MailChimp of Web3, where a business can not only send messages to email addresses, but to the NFT itself. And the NFT, in a context where it changes hands, where it gets resold, where it gets transferred, the messages are transported, are following the NFT, and only the owner of the NFT is able to read the messages. And they do that through our wallet, through third parties who integrate our API, or through non-custodial solution who can read the messages right from the blockchain. This is a very disrupting feature, but it's also a very big opportunity. I'm thinking about cars, for example, who are being resold, and with product twinning, you can log maintenance on the NFT. Every time that your car goes to the garage, the maintenance can be recorded as a message and associated to the NFT. It gets all the attributes of a message on the consensus service, timestamp, immutability, and you know all that. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, and we have a bunch of use cases with industrial companies who are really interested into logging events, logging messaging, logging operation maintenance, but also marketing companies who want to simply message NFT owners.
That is fascinating. I'm blown away by this use case that you guys are building, Benoit, and I'm sure that this has immense implications that can be leveraged by everybody in the space, whether it's a crypto project, crypto NFT project, whether it's a metaverse project. I think that everybody will be excited and will find gamified ways to leverage this service that you will be providing. Will it be something that let's say the community, the Hedera community, would be able to use as well?
Yeah, definitely. That's totally compatible with the current Hedera NFTs, and yeah, so that can be used. And we have in our roadmap to also get in touch with the current wallet provider in the Hedera space to see if they have some interest in integrating our API and be able to integrate the messaging within their wallet.
I'm sure knowing them, I think they're gonna jump on it as soon as possible. So that's fascinating stuff. And so you mentioned about this functionality with NFT messaging. What would be, and I know that you guys are serious about building and heads down, focused on delivering value. But what are some of the imminent features or releases that you will be making public that we should all look out for?
Actually, the two things that I'm really looking forward to see in production, and they will be in production this month. The first one is something that I really want to see live. It's the Pope, the proof of attendance. I mean, this thing is so broken. I have no words. Well, I mean, everyone here has already been to an event and collected a Pope and got the same feeling as me right after collecting it. Last time I was again like, what the hell am I supposed to do with it? Yeah, I collected a Pope. I spent 10 minutes trying to make that tablet work and my app and everything. Now I got a Pope, and what am I supposed to do with that? I mean, yeah, that's crazy. But so based on these simple facts, we have completely rebuilt a Pope system in Sayl on Hedera. First, a Pope as a token, I mean, it has no value, because if the Pope is an NFT, the perception of the user is that it has value, it can be transferred, while a Pope, I mean, your attendance to an event has no value. It's the repetition, it's the context that bring the value, and there is no incentive to transfer it. So the technicalities behind the Pope itself is for me wrong. So we've built that on HTS, and Pope is proof of attendance and purchase. And it's fully integrated with Sayl, within Sayl, where businesses can now use defined Pope locations, events, and they can build reward system based on the Pope. And for us, collecting a Pope is, I said, that's the start of the journey. Whereas today, with the current usage of Pope, it's basically the end. Yeah, you've collected the Pope, and what are you supposed to do with that? Nobody knows. There it stops. For us, collecting the Pope is the start of the journey to make businesses drive traffic to their stores, restaurants, facilities, whatever. I mean, there are tons of use cases. And why I'm so excited about the Pope is that actually I see the Pope as a sort of iteration of something that has already proven that it worked, but it was probably too early. It's Foursquare. And I often refer to POAP, to Pope, as the Foursquare of Web3. It's like, proving attendance, but this time you can reward that with you can couple that, with rewards, and that's an absolute banger, because let's say you go 10 times to a store, then you unlock an NFT. This NFT has some utility, and you start getting into the journey of being part of the community. And the second feature that we are going to release this month are the challenges. And the challenges are so important because they are they are the glue. They are tying up all what we offer in a no-code solution to orchestrate, any kind of use case. It's fully gamified, and user actions can be turned into a sort of quest that grants Web2 or Web3 rewards. Like if you collect 10 pops, you unlock this NFT. If you have collected the pop of each of our restaurants or stores, then you get a special reward. The use cases are endless, actually, and that's really amazing.
That is fascinating to hear, and excellent use case. POAPs have been a very interesting tool that has been underused, and I think it's ripe for disruption. So agree with you there, Benoit. And we'd be keen to use it in our. Actually, we have an interesting activity that we want to organize around the Hashgraph DeFi Alliance, and we might take you up on that and try to use your solution as soon as it hits production.
It would be my pleasure.
That would be great. And we are winding down. We have a couple more questions, but if anybody wants to jump in and squeeze information from Benoit, try to have him leak some alpha about also his the Sayl token, feel free to do so. Master Ogwe, did you have another question?
No, Tudor, I am happy. I've been blown away hearing all these use cases that Benoit has been naming. It's definitely refreshing to hear. Fantastic, and look forward to the imminent release of these features.
That's thanks a lot, Benoit. Would you like to tell us a bit more, maybe on the things that we should be looking out for and the outline of your roadmap?
Yeah, so this end of year we are definitely busy onboarding clients. So you'll see announcements. Very cool businesses are joining with pretty cool use cases. Then the focus for 2023 will be token marketplace, and then we start going full blown into the Web3 era. Let's say we are still in the Web 2.5. We'll be next year in the Web3 era, and we have. There is a lot of things going on. This end of year is fully dedicated to onboarding clients, and next year is dedicated to token marketplace and further building integrations with third parties.
How can the community keep up with Sayl, and if they want to talk to you about some of the use cases you've just discussed about, what would be the best medium of conversation?
Twitter is definitely the right place to start. You have our link tree from where you can reach out to us very easily. Otherwise, just mail me, benoit@saylcloud.com. And we are very available, so don't hesitate to also connect with me on LinkedIn. My co-founder, Geert Roete, you will find his name on our website. Don't hesitate to join us and connect with us. We'll be happy to shed light on some aspects of our business that might be interesting for you. And once again, I really loved every moment of this space. It was a great opportunity for us.